All right, boys. So pretty much we have gotten the D3 trailer today, or D3 hint, and a lot of people are speculating on if it's going to be a collab or an LR. Now, for the past weeks, we already pretty much got information on what the LR is going to be, but still, because of D3, a lot of people are wondering what it could be. But we recently got one of the servers accidentally leaked the D2 hint, and it pretty much already confirmed on what we already believed or already got leaked on what it will be. So this was the image for the D2 that got leaked, and as you can see, they changed the filter on the back, and then you also got the little light show going on in the background. And I think we can already guess what this means. Again, somebody in my comments already had posted it, and you can see that pretty much in the thumbnail with Cusack, pretty much on the far right side, with one of his animation of his attacks, he does a little light show with his swords at like a diagonal way, and it kind of resembles the way how this attack is going to be. So they probably just pretty much changed the degree on how the attack looks and just flipped it around in terms of this image. And you also can tell by the way how the arrow on his eye, right? The arrow on his eye. You can also see it in the D2 right here. Again, a little subtle hint, but we also got some more as well with my boy Anto. He pretty much has it pretty much to a T, where in the D2 you can see the filter background kind of resembles Cusack's passive, the red. So it kind of lets you know that yeah, the LR is going to be LR Cusack, Festival Cusack at that, to be exact. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. Again, this is one of the characters I was actually really excited to get an LR. Again, a lot of people don't know what the character will do, because again, right now we have only a couple teams. Like, a lot of people think that pretty much he is going to be a backline for the demons, because right now the only backline that people really uses is either Sigurd, Rit Chandler, or the green Holy Relic Chandler. A lot of people use the green Holy Relic Chandler for the demons, but again, with a new festival or new LR, a lot of people are hoping that this Cusack would be a replacement for Chandler, just because again he would have a lot more CC and probably have a more stacked out passive that could help benefit the team, most likely. But again, there's also a possibility that he could end up just replacing one of these characters that's on the main demon team. Now, a lot of people complaints is like, yo, who is he going to replace? Honestly, the demon team isn't really that crazy at the moment. Like, unless you're a person who have like high dupes on your demons, especially for Demon King, for the majority of the time you're going to get blasted by humans. So anything that can allow you to hit really hard, especially even going first, is going to be a really good addition when using the demons. So I feel like with this, it don't really matter. Hopefully Cusack would be a backline, just because again, demons need all the support they can, because every time I play with demons or face the demons and I'm using like the human team, I kid you not, LR Brunhill destroys demons, bro. No matter what it is, especially in ungeared. In ungeared, if you don't have dupes on Demon King to reduce that the all target damage, which the only time I've ever seen a Demon King tank LR Brunhill AoE is that they was like 4 out of 6 and above. So if you're not 4 out of 6 and above, you're most likely not going to tank an AoE from LR Brunhill. Like right now, I don't know if I have it right here. Probably do. Yeah, like right now, this is the best team. Minus this Escanor. Where's the light Escanor? Like, this is the best team right now, currently featuring light Escanor, Sun Jin-woo, LR Brunhill, and Easton. Surprisingly, a lot of people in ungeared, from what I've seen, are actually using Easton a lot. Like, I thought Easton would be kind of a character that people probably skip or not really use, but a lot of players I've seen in ungeared are actually trying out Easton, which she does help a lot against demon matchups, because I've had moments where I would use like a high CC backline like King Indiana or something like that, and then I'll face like a demon team, and then Blue Meliodas somehow survives, and then Blue Meliodas is literally just one-shot Sun Jin-woo. But because of Easton giving you all that damage reduction and giving you those basic stats, Sunja will actually be tanking a Meliodas' single target, which is actually surprising. Usually Meliodas usually one-shots you, but in ungeared he actually be tanking it, which is pretty helpful, man. It's really helpful. Because then if Sunja Wu stays on the field longer, that means the demon team are most likely going to forfeit. So that's really nice. But again, like I said before, when it comes to this team, most players just use the human team and they just blast you. Again, the only issue when it comes to the human team is this is a go first team. So if you end up not going first, you might as well just forfeit against the other person human team, because you're not going to win. Most of the time it ends up being like a 4v2 at that point, which is not a good matchup. And then the cool thing about the human team is that it's probably like the most cheap team you can possibly run right now in Grand Cross. Only problem, again, like I said before, you have to go first. Again, the only expensive character or character you probably may not even have is probably Sun Jin Woo, and he's kind of like a must for the team because again, he applies that AoE debuff, which can infect the enemy even if they dodge it or if they have a shield up, which is very helpful because again, a lot of characters just heal a lot in PvP. So being able to restrict that without even doing damage to them is very, very helpful. And again, like I said before, this is probably the cheapest team possible just because again, like Escanar, he's in the shop. LR Brunhill is just an outdated character that got an LR. And then Easton, she did come out. So I guess you can say she is expensive. But again, like I said before, most players back in the old days or recently, they either use King and Deanne as a backline for CC and that talent, or they just swapped out for Green Sigurd and just used him instead for a backline. But again, you really didn't even need Easton, but I definitely think for me playing a lot of ungeared, I think Easton really outshines Sigurd currently right now. But again, that's me playing ungeared. I think in gear PP it technically don't be really mattering just because again, you have all those extra effects from gears. Like some people use crit defense gear on their Meliodas, so they tank a little bit better. Some people have HP defense on their human team, so now you'll be able to live a little bit longer on their attacks because again, they use the HP defense instead of attack sets. It's a lot of things that goes when it comes to gear PP, but ungeared is where it's like it's a lot about your cosmetics and stuff like that, and obviously the stats in your characters. But again, that is like pretty much the whole issue with the demons and human matchups. Again, those are kind of like the two best teams. I think Cusack would be really fun. Again, I hope he is a character that can work in the front and not just be something where he's like LR Red Hellbrim, where LR Red Hellbrim only was a backline character. Like literally LR Red Hellbrim passive says use in sub, okay? Like he has a part of the passive that says use in sub. That is crazy. So it just lets you know that he is going to be a backline character. So hopefully Cusack is at least worthwhile. Hopefully he's really, really good. Like maybe they could do something cool where he has a passive that works in the back, or maybe he's something like Green Percival. Like remember when Green Percival, he had a passive that works in the back where he gets like, I think like defensively stats or something like that. And then for each character that died on your ally side, he would came in with like some crazy crit damage and start blasting characters. Maybe they could do something like that with Cusack, where he's like a character where if one of your demon allies dies and he comes in, he gets a crazy attack boost or something, where he can just kind of just punish you for you getting rid of one of the demon characters. Maybe he could do something like that. I really don't know. I think that would be pretty fun, pretty funny. It's just that right now, I'm kind of like tired of demons and humans at the same time. Just because again, like those are only two characters or two teams you may see in PvP, and it gets a little bit boring. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, there is fun where with the Thor team, I love the Thor team. Like the Thor team is a fun team, but anything that isn't like unknown at the moment current right now, it's just super boring. Like demons, we get it, man. Okay, you're gonna proc your shield up, mark us, and that's it. Or you have the human team, they go do the same 3 cards. You started with Sun Jin Woo, then you started with like Escanar card, and then you start with Brunhill. Or sometimes if you got a mirror match with humans, they swap it where you're using Brunhill first or Sun Jin Woo, and then you use Escanor. It just PvP is a little bit stale right now. But again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know, are you excited or hyped to see about for LR Cusack? Again, what do you think this guy will be? Do you think he will be a backline unit for the demons, or do you think he'd be a character that's going to be really good in the front, in the back? Who knows? Who knows? But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe again, and let's see how this Cusack works out in the future.